Shocking reveal, Eala's SP Open points and prize money after quarterfinal exit. When victory isn't everything. For most tennis fans, the thrill of the game comes from the blinding forehands, the gut-wrenching tiebreaks, and the celebratory leaps after a hard-fought win. But behind every epic rally and every highlight reel lies the cold, mathematical world of rankings points and prize money. And so, when Eala, the pride of the Philippines, bowed out of the Sao Paulo Open, SP Open, at the quarterfinal stage, fans expected disappointment. Yet what followed was shocking. Despite her exit, the tournament turned into a career milestone that propelled her ranking upward and padded her bank account in ways that stunned even her most loyal supporters. This is not just the story of a loss. It's the story of how Eala's quarterfinal run turned into a symbolic victory, a turning point where tennis, money, and legacy collided in a way that only the sport's cruel yet rewarding system can provide. The stage. Why the SP Open mattered. The SP Open, though not a Grand Slam or WTA 1000 event, held immense significance for Eala. Coming off a string of strong performances, she entered Sao Paulo with the confidence of a rising star and the determination of someone eager to climb the rankings. For Filipinos, the tournament had special weight. Broadcasts were streamed back home, watch parties gathered in cafes and sports bars, and social media lit up with hashtags like #VamosAlex and #PinoyPower. But for Eala herself, the SP Open was about more than national pride. It was about points, those precious WTA ranking points that dictate entry into bigger tournaments, and prize money, the lifeblood of a professional tennis career. The run to the quarterfinals. Eala's campaign in Sao Paulo started strong. In the first round, she dismantled a seasoned clay court specialist with crisp forehands and relentless energy. Fans marveled at her composure. She looked like a player who belonged deep in every draw. The second round was trickier. Facing a higher-ranked opponent, Eala had to dig deep. She lost the first set but stormed back to win the next two, showcasing not just skill but resilience. The victory made headlines. Filipina warrior stuns top seed in Sao Paulo. By the time she reached the quarterfinals, Eala had already captured the imagination of the crowd. Filipino flags waved in the stands. Commentators praised her as one of the most exciting prospects in the women's game. Then came the heartbreak. Chapter 3. The quarterfinal exit. Her opponent in the quarterfinal was a seasoned WTA veteran, ranked in the top 40, with years of experience in big matches. The first set was a war, long rallies, narrow misses, and tiebreak drama. Eala fought valiantly but lost it 6-7. The second set began with promise. She broke early, raising hopes of a comeback. But fatigue crept in, unforced errors mounted, and the veteran's experience proved too much. Final score, 6-7, 3-6. Eala walked off the court disappointed but not broken. She waved to the fans, hand on her heart, knowing she had given everything. What she didn't know was that the real surprise was yet to come, off the court. The shocking reveal. The following morning, headlines screamed across sports sites. Despite exit, Eala bags career high points. SP Open quarterfinal run nets Eala shocking payday. Here's the breakdown that stunned her fans. Ranking points earned, 85 WTA points. Enough to push her ranking up by nearly 10 spots. Points that would allow her direct entry into bigger WTA 500 and even some WTA 1000 events. Prize money earned, $25,000. For a 20-year-old athlete from a country where tennis infrastructure is still developing, this was more than just money. It was validation. The prize money covered travel costs, coaching fees, and training expenses for months. For perspective, many players grind on the ITF circuit, playing small tournaments for as little as $1,500 a win. For Eala, a single quarterfinal run in Sao Paulo dwarfed what some earn in a whole season. The shock wasn't that she earned money. It was how much she earned despite losing. Fans realized that tennis is one of the rare sports where even in defeat, players can walk away with life-changing rewards. Why points matter more than cash? To casual fans, prize money is glamorous. But for players like Eala, it's the points that matter most. Every WTA tournament allocates points based on progression. The further you go, the more you earn. Those points dictate rankings, and rankings dictate opportunity. For Eala, those 85 points meant entry into the main draw of bigger tournaments without needing to play qualifiers, seeding in mid-level events, reducing the chances of facing top players in early rounds. A steady climb toward the top 50, a magical threshold where endorsements and sponsorships multiply. The financial reality of tennis. The SP Open prize money also highlighted the brutal economics of tennis. Unlike team sports, where salaries are guaranteed, tennis players are independent contractors. They pay for travel, coaches, physios, and equipment out of their own pockets. Here's what Alex's $25,000 could mean: covering flights and hotels for herself and her coach to 5 or 6 tournaments, paying training fees at the Rafa Nadal Academy, where she still hones her craft, investing in recovery, nutrition, and fitness programs that are crucial for longevity. For Filipino fans, the figures seemed shocking in another way. A quarterfinal loss turned into a massive win financially. It showed that Alex was no longer grinding at the margins. She was now firmly in the economic ecosystem of the WTA. Social media explosion. News of Alex's prize money and points spread like wildfire. Twitter, X, Instagram, and TikTok were flooded with reactions. She lost, but she actually won. Filipino fire proud to be Pinoy. $25,000 for a quarterfinal. She's making waves. Top 50, here we come. Filipino celebrities chimed in, praising her resilience. Sports journalists broke down the impact of her points haul. Kids in Manila proudly carried rackets to school, calling themselves the next Eala. What might have been remembered as a defeat transformed into a celebration. Chapter 8. The psychological win. More than money or points, the quarterfinal run gave Alex something intangible: belief. Standing toe-to-toe with a top 40 veteran proved she belonged at this level. Walking away with significant rewards softened the blow of defeat and reminded her that progress isn't always linear. Her coach summed it up best in a post-match interview. What comes next? With her new ranking boost, Alex's schedule opens up. She can enter bigger tournaments directly, test herself against higher-ranked opponents, and chase even bigger paydays. Possible upcoming milestones: a top 50 debut within months, a Grand Slam 3rd or 4th round appearance, which could mean hundreds of thousands in prize money and global recognition, sponsorship deals that would bring in off-court earnings to support her career. The broader impact. Alex's shocking payday and points haul highlight a bigger truth. She is changing the narrative of Filipino sports. Basketball and boxing may dominate headlines in the Philippines, but Alex Eala is carving a space for tennis. Every prize check, every ranking jump, and every match she wins inspires young athletes back home to pick up a racket. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.